Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Hey, real talk. Real talk. I ain't got a clue how I'm going to get through today. I've got to do this video now on Batwoman. And then I've got to go watch The Equalizer, and I've got to do a video on The Equalizer as well. Holy... my brain is going to be mush. Mush. By the end of the day. And do you know the sad thing about this week's Batwoman episode? I'll tell you. I tells thee right now. This could have been a good episode. It had the right ingredients. You know? Well, apart from all the stupid shit which they cram in, because this is an over-bloated show with too many cast members that they try and give... not necessarily equal, but they try and give plenty of airtime to an episode, and it's just messy. But the main through story in this, it could have been told in an interesting way, and it could have been a way for Ryan Wilder, aka Batwoman, aka BLACKWOMAN, to maybe take a little bit of an L at the beginning and then come out of it with a W at the end. Oh, no. Why do that when you can just make this episode the most race-baity anti-white video that you can get? Yay! Batwoman! She's a hero. Unless you're white. Okay, so let's get through it. She's a victim. You know, she's a victim that has the ear and eye and wealth of a billionaire company, but she's a victim. So it starts off with a voiceover by Vesper Fairchild talking about the new drug Snakebite, which is in Gotham, which we've already seen, of course, which is a mixture of a high and a fright, fear toxin and amphetamines and all this sort of stuff. So some white college boy shoots up, and then Batwoman comes up to him. She's just like, that's gonna kill you. And it's like, that's the point. It's taking me to the edge. And then she's just like, oh, fuck it, I'm gonna beat you up anyway. So she beats him up. And she says, who's your supplier? And he grasses up the supplier. I've got to try and put the next scene into words which make sense that you can understand. Okay? So let's just be boosh. Batwoman is bezzing down the street as fast as she can in her Tatmobile, chasing a guy on foot. Yes, we are having a car to leg chase. Now, we already know that the Batmobile is fucking slow because when Bruce Wayne, aka Tommy Elliott, Hush, used it in the first episode to try and chase down Ryan Wilder in her Tat van, it couldn't keep up. But now the Batmobile can barely keep up with a guy running down the street when it's going at full... oh, fuck this show. Oh, so anyway, halfway down, chasing this guy who's running, and she's going... she suddenly gets a pain. Was it a righteous pain, darling? She suddenly gets a pain where she got shot by the kryptonite bullet. The kryptonite bullet on Batman. Oh, God, you know. And she's like, ow, ow, ow. And then she loses control of the car for a bit, and then she gains control again, and they're like, what's wrong, Batwoman's? And she's just like, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not going to mention it again. I'm not going to tell you that, hey, you know when I got shot 4 episodes ago with the kryptonite bullet, it's actually left some residual kryptonite in me. And look, I've got green veins coming. It looks like I've been in some way poisoned. No. Bitch is just going to keep quiet. Why? Because she's a dumbass. Because she's stupid. Why wouldn't you tell them? They might have a cure. They might be able to find a cure. They have the money and resources for a cure. Why wouldn't you? I mean, good Jesus Christ. Remember when they found them, they got the miracle blood and they got a cure for the bat bites in like overnight? So this world's great at the minute, because at the minute, this drug's going around everywhere, curing cancer and all kinds of things. Is it? Nah. Gotham's just like, nah. Why don't you just put the miracle blood in you and heal the wound? Fuck, this show is... So, of course, she keeps quiet because... why are you keeping quiet? Oh, because we're not going to resolve this until episode 8. That's when the writers have it in... Fuck this show. So, anywho... She apprehends the guy from the False Face Society. And then... she says, I'm going to find your boss and I'm going to kick his ass. But right behind her, an alarm goes off on a jewelry shop. And then it's a little black baby Jesus. And she's like, what are you doing here, little black baby Jesus? And he says, my brother, he's 15 years old and he went missing. And nobody's looking for him. And she's just like, well, I'm the same color as you, so I'm going to look, because white man bad, white man no look for black man, white man horrible man, me black woman, me savior black people. So they have that conversation, and she takes the wanted poster away from the boy. I mean, somebody clearly wants to find the boy, because they've had posters made up, and I very much doubt it's this 6, 7, 8-year-old child that's had these wanted posters. So somebody clearly fucking cares about the missing boy. But Batwoman just assumes no. Of course they don't, because white people hate black folk. Jacob is... Look at Dougray Scott's face. There is not an iota of shit given in these eyes, is there? Look, he's just like, oh, whatever. Anyway, he's having a press conference that says, hey, I think my daughter might be alive, so I'm putting up a reward of $1 million for anyone that can provide me with information which will result in the finding of my daughter. Mary and Luke are watching, going, oh, ooh, I don't care. I probably didn't listen to this scene. I was manicuring my nails or some shit. They are very, very boring indeed. So there you go. It's the guy. Right, look. This bitch, right, holding this sign, and she's a bitch. Black woman is a horrible racist bitch in this episode. We'll get to it, right? So she's holding up this missing poster, which, as you can now see, is actually issued by the Gotham City Police Department. So somebody reported them missing, and the Gotham Police put it through their system, printed these posters, and are at least making some attempt to find this child. But no. Black Woman's just going to ignore that and says, the police are doing nothing about it. Bitch, you're holding the fucking sign that they're trying to use to find him. And she says, the reason that they're not looking is because he's black. he's male, he's homeless, he's poor, and she reels off these 5 things. Wow. Just wow. Do you know what you're holding in your hand, you dumb cow? Fuck me. So, here we go. Missing persons, residents unknown. They can only go and do what they've been given, you know? So, we have a flashback to when she was a kid and in foster care, and she turns up into the foster house, and of course, the foster, which is really weird because these are ethnics, the ethnic foster girls are horrible to her. Oh my god. And she's holding a rack of comics and they're taking a piss out of comics and shit. Of course they are. And then she finds a bed. And then a white girl comes in and she's just like, hey, I'm looking at your comics. And then just like, pinky swear we'll be lesbians forever. And she's like, yeah, okay, let's be lesbians forever. Then she says, let's go to the district or whatever and look. Because the person that went missing, I used to live in that district myself. So Mary's like, ooh, do we get to drive in the Batmobile? And she's just like, no, you dumb bin. We're going to drive in my tap van. Okay? Which is fine. Makes sense. And then, this is the best bit. Mary... Oh, by the way, since episode 1, nobody's given a shit. Javicia Leslie's not giving a shit about talking to her mum, the pot plant. But anyway, Mary looks around the van and then she's just like, holy shit, you are so poor. You are so poor. I'm going to start taking photographs to probably Instagram. Because remember, Mary's got this huge 4 gazillion billion Instagram followers from season 1 for some fucking reason. What's the reason? Dunno. She's a meaningless bitch. And she's like taking photos of her in this van like, hey, look, I'm in a poor person's van. Instagram. Oh my God. Experiencing how the other half lives-sies. Oh my God-sies. And Javicia's just like, yeah, you take photographs of my poor life. You billionaire bitch. Holy cow. So the last scene, we've had racism, and then this scene we've got classism. This is great. Great show. Holy cow. Oh my God, I'm only 8 minutes into the episode. Let's smash through this because I'm already losing the will to live. So they arrive at a comic book shop, and she has another, we actually got, look, holy shit, look. DC actually tried to push one of their comics. Holy cow. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. Anywho, she has another flashback to when she was a kid, and she's spinning the rack of comics, and she's just going, crap, trash, because comics are trash. Comics, what this fucking show is made out of are shit. Apart from Ghost Kid. That's the only good comic. All other comics are shite. Oh my God. Is it any wonder? Is it any freaking wonder why the comics industry is in such a fucking mess? When you have morons like this putting stuff like this into an episode, shooting down their own industry. Even a kid whose imagination should be let loose and wild amongst all the various comics. No. Crap. Oh, Ghost Kid, that's the one. Oh, sweet Lordy McJesus face. So anywho, white woman in an SUV turns up or whatever, and she's just like, "Hey, I'm clearly going to be a child abductor because A, I'm white, and B, I'm being nice to a black person. So that automatically means that something's wrong, because you know us whiteys get you in shackles before I know it. So she's just like, hey, would you like a sweet? And she's just like, no, thanks. And she's like, okay. Well, I got a big stack of free comics that I'm giving away to the shop. If you want to have a little look through them before I hand them over, you're welcome to do some. She's like, no, that's fine. You know, stranger danger and all that. I'm not trying to knock stranger danger. I'm just taking the piss out the show because you know what's coming. You know that this woman can't be a nice woman because she's being nice to a kid and she's white. So you can't be a nice woman. So Javicia actually cracks and goes, actually, I will have a look at the comics before you give them to the shop. To which the woman goes, okay, and then pushes her in the van and locks her in the van and then drives away. And you're just like, no! Stranger danger. Oh, and then I don't care what these women say. Sophie can I just say, Sophie, look, I know your character's got nothing to do this season because essentially you were just Ruby Rose's vagina in season 1. You served no purpose then to just be the object of Ruby Rose's desire. And that's a shame. Because I think you are fit as fuck. You are fit. Sophie's really hot. Anyway, Alice turns up and my heart sinks because I'm just like, oh, for fuck's sake. And it's just like, hey, we need to team up to find your sister. I don't care. Jacob gives the white guy something to do he's never seen again. Javicia Leslie's back at the that was just a burp of disgust. Anyway, she's back at the Black Cave, and she's having a flashback to when she was held captive. And the thing is, she's called the Candy Lady or some shit. And she's got a box of candy, and there's 60 candies in a box, and she's just like, I'm gonna eat a candy every day. And by the end of 60 days, I would have broken you and you'll be doing whatever I want you to do. And she's just like, oh no, I'm just a poor little black girl. What can I do? Z-woozies. So that's that. That is literally that. And then I'm pretty sure she goes, nobody came looking for me because I'm black. We got plenty of that sort of rhetoric in this episode. Then it just kept having flashback after flashback to her eating a candy. Oh. Then they give me the gift of this scene. This scene was awesome. Look what we've got here. We got a couple of white dudes. And we've got a black woman back there. Okay, we got a little bit of diversity here. This is always a good sign. When the group's just white, you know there's trouble. All right? When it's just white, you know it's bad. But when there's some diversity in, and the show might throw you a curveball. So I'm like, okay, what you got? Now I'm a little bit worried because the white guy's the mouthpiece instead of the black woman. So I'm a little bit concerned already, but let's just go with it. But he comes across as really kind, you know? And he's just like, hey, we're from the local university, and we're volunteers, and we're going around house to house because this is what made my heart leap with joy. We're looking for a missing girl. A missing girl who's been gone for a little while now. And I was just like, boom. Okay, so the show, even though Javicia Leslie wants to play victim, even though she wants to constantly play victim, the show is saying that actually, do you know what? There were some good-hearted young students that went out and tried to find her. Tried to find where she had been kidnapped and hopefully bring her back. And so the woman in the house, she's panicking. She's shitting herself. She ties up Javicia Leslie. She puts a gag on her so she can't talk. Her movements are limited, so she can't get to the window. She can just see, barely see who's there. And then she's trying to turn the people away from the window. She like moves to the side so they can't see up at the window at the top. Just in case she gets there. And then she's like, oh, right. Who's the girl that you're looking for? And this is where I died laughing. She's about 13. Okay. White. White, blonde hair, whatever, wears a red necklace on her neck. And like, it's fucking Alice. It's Alice. It's Alice that grows up to be the serial killer. This is when she went missing from the car accident. So you've got these lovely students giving up their time to try and find missing kids, but they don't want to find no black kids. They don't want to find no black kids. They just want to find the white kids. This show is so racist. Oh my God, it's so racist. It's unbelievable. Oh, sorry. Oh God, it's so wonderful to relive that moment. Sorry, Toots. No one's looking for you because of the color of your skin. And then Black Woman again. She race baits by saying nobody wants to look for no. They want to look. They'll look for a white girl. When a white girl goes missing, they'll look for a white girl. Oh my God, this episode was a disgrace. Absolute race baiting disgrace. Alison and Sophie are trying to work together, inverted commas. Look, by the way, outside how light it is because it's daytime. Then there's a knock on the door and it's Luke. And Alice, of course, has already stolen Sophie's gun and says, ha ha ha, I got you. And Luke's just like, I don't care. I'm pure fucking soy. So anyway, they go to Mary's apartment. They make sure to make everyone aware that Mary now lives above the gay bar. And this looks like really run down and dirty and disgusting for Mary. Mary, put some of your billions in to get this sorted out. Look, it's got mold. You wouldn't be seen dead in here, you narcissistical bitch. So she's just like, oh God, you should move in with me instead of living in your poor person's van. You should live in my house instead of the poor person's place. So she's like, okay. And then what else? Oh God, by now I'm desperately just trying to get to the end of this episode because I'm only halfway through and I hate it. They have another flashback. Let's go to the flashback. Right, the girlfriend's girlfriend purposely gets herself caught so she can help her escape. Whatever. And then they're just like, why don't you call up your girlfriend, your previous girlfriend, to find out who this could potentially be? And then she's like, well, we don't talk anymore. Oh, she's like, go on, text her. So she just knows the number off the top of her head anyway. Boom. Text her, and then the person replies back, sorry, wrong number. So she's like, see, we don't talk anymore. Anyway, they work out, oh my God, those students, they were looking for Alice. And they've got their route plotted here on this map. So we can immediately find where this woman is. And Vicious Leslie's like, I gotta do this on my own. Now then, Alice has the gun pointed at Luke, and it's now nighttime. Look, it's now nighttime. Has she just been stood like that? Has she just been stood like that for fucking hours? Nothing being said, because now they have a conversation. Before they didn't have a conversation. Oh, anywho, Sophie throws her phone at Alice and disarms her. It's pathetic. And then they're just like, hey, let's all work together. Javicia Leslie turns up to the house and then is looking at it. It's like, oh, this gives me bad memories. Knocks on the door. And then the woman comes out. She's like, what do you want? Hi, what do you want? She's just like, I'm here to claim that 15-year-old black boy. And she's like, who? And she's like, that 15-year-old black boy that went missing, that you're trying to find a family for, but find a family for. I'm here to pick him up because I care. Because I'm black. And anyway, she doesn't hear the two guys that come up behind her tase her while she sprays her with some knockout gas to the face. Oh, great. Good stuff. I don't care. They're trying to find, you know, this is the Ruby Rose plot. I don't give a fuck. No one gives a shit. Alice is eating bread. Fucking move on. Black woman wakes up in a in the attic. She has more flashbacks to when they attacked the woman and escaped from the house. She notices that the jar of candy's empty, which means, of course, that the kid's been broken because they've been there for over 60 days. So they've got a family, which, of course, is going to turn out to be the false face society. She tries to knock down the candy jar to smash, to break. You think to smash so she can cut her bonds loose. But then she drops it onto her legs and starts pushing it up towards her. So how are you going to cut your bonds with unbroken glass? I don't fucking know. Anyway, this guy said, "Hey Jacob, I've got info on you about your daughter. I was at the airport when she got taken away, but it's a trap." And he gets tasered and knocked out unconscious. He's Crow security van. It's probably the only one that got left on the budget. Luke's a soy boy. Sophie's fit, and I bang the shit out of her. They go to an apartment. They find the drugs. Alice has followed Sophie, and then she knocks Sophie unconscious and says, oh, by the way, when I find my sister, I'm going to kill her. Oh, God, we're playing that game again. Yawn! Jesus wept. So the reason why they kidnapped Jacob is they want the 15-year-old boy to kill him so that he can be part of their family. And then Batwoman shows up. Coincidence? Yeah, sure, why not? She knows exactly where they are. For some reason. Oh, by the way, do you know how they palm this off at the end? Jacob says, how did you know where we were? And she says, because I looked. Still don't make any sense. No sense. No sense at all. But what it's trying to say, oh, by the way, and she also says to the kid at the end, she says, I see you because your life matters. Oh, this episode is so race baity. It's unreal. Anyway, yeah, she kicks them all in, and then the kid, you know, does a I don't know, does a black thing. I don't know. So at the end, Javicia Leslie's playing with her wound. Why not? That's not a euphemism, by the way. And the stranger in the drug apartment actually turns out to be her lesbian girlfriend. Alice finds a photograph on the wall. By the way, Alice is still in the apartment, but Sophie, who she knocked out, is now back at the Crows. How does that continuity work? Did she wake up and then she went, oh, scoodle daddle? So she's looking around the thing and she sees a picture of some black dude. Obviously, she can't have another white boyfriend. And she remembers that when she went to Sophia, it was a guy that fingered her. And then this is Dykey McLesbican turns up at the end of the episode and they're just like, Pinky swears we can be lesbians forever. And that is this week's Batwoman. It was like I said, there was a potential to have a good story here, but they just decided to ruin it with pathetic, petty racism and anti-white rhetoric all throughout. By the way, this is written by white people, so you know it's white guilt. You know the image of the woman pulling the other woman's ponytail, forcing the milk down her, and it's like white people, white guilt, and then you got the guy looking going, ooh, and then you got the girlfriend going, ah, white people. Yeah, it's just a bunch of white guilt. A bunch of white guilt with people trying to appease the woke brigade. Oh, look at us, look. We're so horrible. But we're not going to employ any, we're going to make sure they're kept down so we get all the monies. And all that kind of stuff. So what could have been a good story ended up just being a piece of racist trash. Hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do get a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and YouTube for live streaming. Links are in the description box down below. I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.